Hello and you're very welcome to this, our third video on economic indicators for junior cycle business learning outcome 3.9. And in this video what we're going to do is we're going to learn all about employment and unemployment. So we're going to learn what the employment rate is, the labour force is, full employment and unemployment is. So there's lots of keywords in this video. The first one is the labour force. So the labour force refers to everyone that are of working age. So all people of working age are between the ages of 16 and 65 who are available and willing to work. So it includes everyone that are unemployed and everyone that is employed. So everyone that's employed that actually has a job, and everyone that's unemployed, so that doesn't have a job but is actively seeking to get work. Therefore, it doesn't include people that are retired, or people that are full-time students, or those that have an illness or their disability that means that they can't work, and people that don't want to work outside the home. So basically what we're saying there is that people that aren't able to work aren't included in the labour force. So if, let's say, for example, you could have a grandparent that's retired, they are not in the labour force because they are not looking for work. Or let's say, for example, you have a stay-at-home parent. So let's say either your mom or your dad chooses not to go to work, but chooses to stay at home to look after the kids and look after the house, then they are not in the labour force either. But however, let's say, for example, if I decide to leave my school now at the end of the school year, and I go look for a new job in a different school, then yes, I'm unemployed and I'm part of the labour force because I'm looking for work. But as I'm currently a teacher, I'm also part of the labour force because I'm employed. So, what do we think we mean by the unemployment rate? The unemployment, if you want to pause the video there now, have a figure it out, and when you're ready, press play to continue on. So, the employment rate refers to the percentage of people in the labour force that are employed, and the unemployment rate then refers to the percentage of people in the labour force that are unemployed. What I want you to do is think about now is what is meant by the term full employment. So know the idea that employment is when you're working. Full employment, what could that mean? Pause the video, have a think about it, and you're ready, press play to continue on. So, full employment occurs when almost all members of the labour force are employed. An unemployment rate of 4% is deemed to be what we call full employment. Anyone think of why? If you want to think about why would 4% unemployment, so the 4% unemployment means that 4% of the labour force aren't working. How on earth is that full employment, you might say? Well, I'll tell you why now. This is because there's always going to be people that are out of work for two main general reasons. One, you've got those that are the long-term unemployed, who are basically out of work who have been out of work for a long time, and aren't really looking to get a job but are claiming benefits, social welfare payments. And then you've also got those that are between jobs. So say, for example, if I was to leave my job as teacher at the summer, and I have a new job lined up in a different school in September, then I'm part of the labour force, I'm looking for work, but I have a job lined up for myself, so I'm between jobs, so to speak. So that's why we usually say 4%, 4 or 5% thereabouts will be what we deem full employment in an economy. So, next up, does anyone know what is meant by unemployment? Pause the video, have a think about it. When you're ready, press play to continue. Well, unemployment is when people who are willing and able to work are unable to find a suitable job. So, pretty much means that they want to work, but they can't get a job. So therefore they're out of work and they're generally having to claim social welfare payments like job seekers benefit or job seekers allowance from the government. So folks, that brings us to the end of today's lesson, where you've learned what the employment rate is, you've learned what the labour force is, you've learned what full employment is, and you've learned what unemployment is. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, and of course, why not subscribe to the channel as well. Thanks very much for watching, folks. See you in the next video. Bye now.